Jonathan Rush, creative director, was there. So we sat down pretending to fish, and we were talking. And unprompted in our interview, he said,
"Well, hello, all my gamer friendulums. I'm back with some more Fallout news, rumors, whatnot. Last night I was watching Mr. Colt Eastwood, an Xbox community member on YouTube, and his guest that day was Mr. Paris Lilly, one of the absolute pillars of the Xbox gaming community. He's been around since the mid-2000s, and he's gained a huge reputation. And he was telling an interesting story about how at the recent Summer Games Fest, he sat down with one of the developers of Fallout 76 and gave him some information that we are about to get into in just a second.
War never changes.
But before we do that, if I could quickly ask you to give me a like and a subscribe. It really helps me out. It goes a long way, and I'd really appreciate it. But now we're going to get into exactly what Mr. Paris Lilly learned at Summer Games Fest.
The biggest update ever for Fallout 76 is coming later this year.
Oh my gosh,
so
I'm excited. Do you know what it is?
I put 2 and 2. Well, here we go.
Okay.
So
okay.
I put 2 and 2 together, and I go, what else Fallout related is coming at the end of this year? Season 2 of the TV show.
Sure. Yeah.
By December, I think this will be tied into season 2 of the TV show, and then Jonathan Rush talked with Variety, and Variety pretty much confirmed that as well, that what this update's going to be is going to be tied into season 2 of Fallout. And
Paris Lilly, who is completely just theorizing what's happening. It obviously makes sense since last year was a huge missed opportunity when they were completely not ready for how successful the Fallout show was. They made such a great show and then almost kind of just threw it out there thinking, well, if it doesn't do okay, no big deal. Unsurprisingly to me, it blew up. I think it's a spectacular adaptation and the best adaptation point blank period so far that's come out. So I cannot wait for season 2. Season 1 is my absolute favorite adaptation. As much as I love The Last of Us, not a humongous fan of the actual IP, but I absolutely love Fallout. It's my #1 favorite IP. I play Fallout 76 all the time. I think it's a great game. Incredibly, hugely, massively better than it was when it came out in 2018. Because I bought it in 2018 and it was one of the most disappointing games purchases ever in my life, but now it's completely turned itself around and it's a whole other game and it's amazing and I love it, and I literally have the game on pause right now while I'm making this video.
I do this shit for the love of the game.
Okay, so there's a rumor out there that maybe this is a thing that's happening, but when you put 2 and 2 together, it makes complete sense. Let's hear what else Mr. Paris Lilly has to say.
I know nothing. I want to be clear. If you watch the TV show, I gotta, because I don't want to spoil it. Where they're headed at the end of the TV show is where I think we might see an expedition in Fallout 76. I'll just leave it at that. That's what I think.
I heard that there is a Creation Engine 2.0 graphics overhaul, actual real current generation version of Fallout 76 coming soon. Fallout 76 is built off of Creation Engine 1.0, which is Fallout 4. And I played a lot of 76, and Fallout 76 does not look as nice as Fallout 4, even before the update. I don't know how they do this, but the rumor was that they were going to take the Starfield Creation Engine 2.0, build the update for Fallout 76 in it. And I never thought about the possibility of a big expedition in a different location for Fallout 76. I'll try and keep that as vague as you did as well for people who haven't finished the show.
We're in London, and we got to see the update at the time for Fallout 76. It was the TV show coupled with going to that event is what got me into it. And I think if there's a ball that Microsoft and Bethesda has dropped, it is not having the foresight.
Oh my gosh.
I know. That having something ready to go with that TV show.
That's actually quite the understatement from Mr. Paris Lilly. I don't know why I keep saying Mr. before his name, but if you're in the Xbox YouTube online community, you do know that Paris is one of the big names in terms of content creation. But after the release of season 1, the Fallout series blew up big time. There's actual sales charts on Steam. Steam is usually the charts they go by, so it doesn't even include how it resurged on console at all. The release of the show in April triggered a huge surge in sales and player activity in the game series, so that the first season generated at least 80 million in additional revenue for Bethesda, the franchise owner. From April to September 24th, they saw a resurgence, made at least 80 million. The figures include 22 million in estimated revenue from 2 million additional copies of Fallout 4 sold, and 16 from 1 to 1.5 million copies of 76. The popularity surge was so intense that almost 5 million users across all Fallout games were attracted on a single day following the show's launch. I believe at one point it was the #1 highest played game or series on all of Steam, which is kind of insane when you realize how huge Steam is. Fallout 4 sales in Europe saw a 7,500 increase in 1 week. 76, Fallout New Vegas and Fallout 3 also charted in the top 10 best-selling titles in the region. The franchise bundle on Steam became the 10th best-selling game on the platform, benefiting from both discounts and the show's popularity. Because yes, these games, Fallout 76 daily active users remained 300% higher than before the show's release. That's probably not like that now, but at the time, it was a huge. Xbox, Bethesda, even Amazon just dropped the ball so hard. They could have had some type of tie-in, but they just simply were not prepared for how successful the show was. But this time, they finally clued in that, hey, if we're releasing a show based on a game or a movie based on a game, it just makes sense to have some type of tie-in ready to go. With Minecraft or any other, or right now, Twisted Metal just came out. I don't see any type of tie-in. To be fair, there has not been a new Twisted Metal game in a long time. I'm not sure why more developers or whatnot don't seem to clue into the fact that if something comes out on a show, we should release something. Sony are incredibly greedy and slimy, and they will constantly re-release remasters and then remaster the remaster and then remaster the remaster of the remaster. When season 2 of The Last of Us came out, they did release a remaster of both games as a bundle. So that's just a smart thing to do, though. To me, that's just common sense. If you're going to release something based on a game, whether it's a movie or a show, you got to have something ready to go as a tie-in or a DLC of some sort. So them not doing that on the first season was a huge misstep. They've learned their lesson. When season 2 of Fallout drops in December, they're going to have a huge update coming to Fallout 76.
You see what the Fallout TV show is doing. If they had, and it's great that, Fallout 76 has had a resurgence. We saw a resurgence in Fallout 4, stuff like that. We've obviously heard the rumors of the 3 remake, remaster, or whatever. If they would have had a brand new, imagine if they had Fallout Vegas 2. Oh my God.
Us as fans, this is why it's really important for us to be constructively criticize, be respectful to these devs. Let them know what we want to see and what we love and what they can do to improve things, because I don't know why Xbox dropped the ball on Fallout when they were building this show, and maybe they had their hands full, but there had to be a small team saying, hey, come on, we need some content out. And it's upsetting that we won't see Fallout 5 until around 2030, but I think they fast-tracked that because the show's done so well and the fans have spoken out.
Thou shalt get sidetracked by bullshit every goddamn time.
But there we have some inside information, but there has not been any official word from Bethesda yet, considering that Paris was talking to one of the devs and the devs just straight up said it. Paris says that he never asked anything. They just straight up told him that this December is going to be the biggest update for Fallout 76 ever, which is kind of insane because they come out with multiple huge updates. They just released a big update very recently called Gone Fishing. Basically, they have 2 or 3 huge updates a year. So in December, the fact that they're saying that this is going to be the biggest update ever is actually pretty insane, considering how huge the game already is. Every few years, they almost completely revamp it. I can't even begin to tell you how much 76 has improved since its launch in 2018. I pre-ordered the game just so I could help basically beta test it, and it was so fucking boring. I played it, I kept playing it because I loved Fallout so much, but it was pretty much just an inventory management simulator. That's pretty much almost all I did the entire time. But holy cannoli, it's a completely different game now. If you're not playing 76 and you have Game Pass, I urge you to check it out. If you like Fallout, just check it out. But check it out anyways, even if you don't. I love the game. I really, really wish that it was just completely free to play. It drives me up the wall that I need to have at least Game Pass Core just to be able to play online. But this game should be 100% free to play, just like Fortnite or Rivals. But I am excited because I think that they're going to add not just a bunch of bundles or, you know, a skin with a Vault 33 image on it, or to be able to wear the outfit that Ghoul wore. It would be extremely cool if they even somehow added a New Vegas tie-in to it. I mean, considering they're going there, just like Paris said, they could easily have an expedition, which is a newer thing they added to the game a year or two ago, where you can actually go to a whole other city. You can go to Atlantic City in the game. In this one, I could definitely see them doing that with New Vegas. Now, it wouldn't be a new area in the map because that wouldn't make sense. The game takes place in Appalachia. New Vegas isn't anywhere near that. So if they're gonna add a New Vegas element to the games, that means it would be an expedition where your character will somehow completely leave the Appalachia area and go over to New Vegas. I'm about 99% sure that that's what they're going to do, some type of New Vegas connection. People love Fallout New Vegas. It's not my favorite Fallout game. To be honest, my favorite game now is probably 76, considering that it's essentially an infinitely playable Fallout game. If you love the series like I do, what more can you ask for? But a New Vegas 2 full game would be massive. They've been rumoring that for years. They've been rumoring that they're going to remaster Fallout New Vegas, which would also be really great considering how awesome the Oblivion remaster that came out earlier this year was. And I have that game, I've been playing it and I love it. So they could do the exact same thing with 3 and New Vegas. They have been talking about both being remastered for a while. If they release a bundle of a remaster of 3 and New Vegas, I would buy it day one. But I'm excited to hear what this is going to be, considering that now I'm double excited for the release of Season 2 of Fallout, and now whatever they're going to release 76 as a tie-in. I could see a full-on story being added, and definitely a bundle of some sort of Fallout Vault 33 or New Vegas type gear. All of that remains to be seen as of now. We are here now in August, so we still have about 4 more months to go. What we're gonna see in Season 2, we still don't know the exact release date other than it's December. I'm surprised at this point that we haven't seen a full-on trailer yet. I mean, for Season 1, they dropped a trailer in like the summer of 2023, even though the show didn't come out until April 2024. The fact that we have not seen a full-on trailer yet is a little, not concerning, but confusing and generally. So how there's not a full-on trailer just yet, considering that they released a teaser a few months ago, that's curious to me, but all you can do is wait and see what happens. All my friends watching this, please, I would love to hear your comments below as to what you think they could release for 76 for a tie-in to Season 2 of Season 2 of Fallout. This year's 2025 is shaping up to be one of the best years ever, perhaps, even though I was severely disappointed with Season 2 of The Last of Us. Minecraft came out and it did really well, even though I don't care that much for the IP. I love that it did well. So this is shaping up to be one of the best years ever for the game adaptation space, and I love it.
There you are, you little killer.
If you're watching this and you haven't subbed yet, why the butt candy have you not done that? So if you're watching this and you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. And while you're doing that, don't forget to like. But also while you're doing that, don't forget to like. And then after you're doing that, don't forget to share with all your best friends. But above all else, don't forget to keep playing Fallout 76.